Greetings, Shadow Fam, and welcome to another episode of ShadowFiles. In tonight's episode, we're going to be covering UFO disclosure, or UAP disclosure. So what's going to happen here is that there are about, I have this written down, there are about 5 UFOs that they've put on the news or disclosed by the Pentagon, that I was going to, cover each one and disclose absolutely the entire everything. But I kind of want to see what they're actually going to disclose on the 24th. And I don't want to be like the guy that exposes everything and then they come looking after me and the FBI knocks on my door and they ask me a bunch of questions and then they realize that they should hire me, and then I start working for the FBI, or Interpol or something, and then I have to quit my YouTube, and stop exposing and telling you guys stuff. So I'm only gonna disclose a couple things, but the couple things that I am gonna disclose are gonna be almost explain everything pretty much. Now, depending on what they explain and disclose on the 24th, I might disclose even more information this Saturday on another ShadowFiles episode. But for now, I'm just going to focus on 2 things, maybe 3 things. So this is kind of like a disclosure prologue, okay? Now, we're going to start here. The first one that they kind of talked about was the USS Nimitz. Okay, this was spotted in San Diego 2004, and it's a Tic Tac UFO. Let's talk about that one. Okay, so that one is going to be this first one. I don't have a picture of it. This right here. Most of these UFOs are spotted near the ocean. My conclusion and disclosure is that there are bases underneath in the ocean where these aircraft, they use electromagnetic propulsion. So they're able to do things and maneuver in ways that airplanes can't do. So to the average human and pretty much anyone, this stuff is alien. It's crazy, but most of these are man-made. At least the ones that they're disclosing are man-made by the Russians or the Chinese or the Navy or the U.S. government. So here, and this one is a Tic Tac UFO. Okay. If we go back in time, we can find that Tic Tac UFO somewhere else, and that was here in the Lonnie Zamora UFO. The Lonnie Zamora UFO incident happened in 1964, so they've had this technology for a really long time, okay? And he claimed that he saw, let's see what the story, full story is here. He saw 2 people. So it's not even saying aliens. Some stories say that they were like aliens. I don't know if they were real aliens. They said he saw 2 people beside a shiny object. Okay, to this day, nobody knows what this is. But the fact that it landed, the fact that it was moving like these ships that use electromagnetic propulsion, leads me to the fact that this UFO that he saw, even though to this day it hasn't been resolved and most people think it's aliens, it's not. This was this is a craft created by a government. The Russians, or it's not, this isn't US technology. This is actually, I believe, Russian technology. Now, I'm disclosing it because to this day, there's no answer to this. Well, I'm going to give you the answer. If you look at this symbol right here, I remember this symbol as a kid. I used to actually draw this symbol because I was interested in UFO since I was a kid, because actually I saw the first UFO fleet at 5 years old. Okay? A whole fleet of UFOs that I saw when I was visiting Mexico. Okay? So if you look at this symbol and this symbol, all these symbols seem to mean something, almost like sigils, something to do with electricity, right? So when I was a kid, I used to even think that the aliens made this symbol, like this is an alien symbol. No, it's not. This is actual man-made UFO tech. Humans made this. At that time, he wasn't disclosed on it, and he didn't know what it was. They thought it was aliens. They thought something strange, because the people that were in the craft, they were wearing probably some sort of shiny suits, but I believe they were Russians. Now, I'm gonna show you guys here this has never been shown on the internet before, and this is the first time anybody's gonna see it. I found some blueprints. I'm not gonna really say where. As you can see, the writing here, it's in Russian, okay? And this is a ship, one of the projects that they have, okay? And if you look over here, it's interesting that you find this symbol once again, except it's upside down. And now look at this other symbol. Where do you see these symbols? Well, you see them on the Lami Zamora UFO. So there you go, Shadow Worm has just exposed and disclosed the information about this particular UFO, the Tic Tac UFO. Also seen recently in 2004 in San Diego, okay, by the USS Nimitz, okay, the Tic Tac UFO. These UFO travel near the water because there is an underground, under the ocean, a base. It's so deep down and into the ocean that, the radar can't pick it up, because these magnetic craft are able to go very deep into the ocean. And they can go anywhere. They can go in space. They can do anything, I don't know about all the way in space, but at least up to the moon, they can, yes. They were reverse engineered. A lot of people think from alien technology. Could be that the Archons possess people to, tell them how to do it. It could be that there are some type of gray type alien humanoids. Most likely, I believe, GMO humans from the future. And that could be another thing, they're time traveling from the future, but in the future everybody became GMO due to, I'm not even going to get into it, but yeah. That is another theory, and I've had that theory since I was a kid, actually, that humans eventually evolved into gray aliens because of the whole, all the GMO stuff in our diets and everything was going to turn us into that. Well, nowadays they have even stronger, bigger, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's other ways that they're going to do that, and they have been doing it. So yeah, that's under the ocean. And so if they have bases under the ocean, what's interesting here, I can't read Russian. If any of you guys know Russian, please let me know what this stuff says. It's probably explaining how it works. But there is something here at, what is this? Papoose Lake. Isn't that in the United States? It says here the Dark Moon side, so could the Russians started going up into space before the United States, so could the Russians know about the moon and how it's fake? Because I've said it was fake. I've said it's either a hologram or some type of panel up there, that it's actually like a nightlight and it cycles and it takes energy from the sun. Now, that is also interesting, because why does it say here that the dark moon side? So if the moon is fake and it's a panel, you can't land on it. The Russians got there first. They found out about it first. The United States went there second. They realized they couldn't land on it because it does not have its own gravitational field. It's just a cover, almost like a hubcap, right? Just showing, and it could also be using, hologram technology integrated into that, that is showing us only half of the moon. The dark side of the moon we can never see. Why does it say here dark moon side? And then it says Nellis test range. Isn't that Nevada? Yeah, it is Nevada. Okay, well, interestingly enough, if you really think about it, we only see one side of the moon. The other side of the moon is actually like a station. There's either people or Russians or the dark, elite, I don't know, somebody's up there. And it's been there since who knows how long. That means technology's been around for a very long time. That means humanity and the Earth has been destroyed, created, and recreated, and the moon's been there. Who knows when it got there? Okay, but there's somebody up there. It could be the reptilians, you know, the elite royal family reptilians, or some people like to call them as the Alpha Draconians. I don't call them the Alpha Draconians because I don't like to use the name Alpha, trying to make them sound better, like they're big or something. Yeah, so who's up there? It might be the Alpha Draconians. I don't know. That's something I still gotta figure out, but I have here some footage. Here we go. No, not this one. 1 second. Where was that? I believe it's this. Who the hell's out there? Somebody's outside. Now, this is the moon. And you can see there's UFOs coming out of the moon. Look at this. Look at how many UFOs are coming out of the moon. And I've actually shown other videos in my channel, on my channel, whatever. If you scroll down and see some of the videos I've posted about videos of UFOs near the moon. So why do they hang out in the moon? Well, you know, this seems to suggest that there's yet another base in the dark side of the moon. Okay, or maybe this is just a project name, I don't know. But UFOs are coming out of the moon too, so what's going on there? They're in the moon, they're under the ocean, you know, what the hell is going on? And then another thing I wanted to cover, so this is just one of the ones, the Nimitz, okay? So we've covered that, we've disclosed that. That is human, man-made UFOs, okay? Probably the Russians. Okay, there's other ones that I wanted to talk about. The Omaha one, that's the one that goes underwater. Okay, we're not going to get into that right now, but we are going to get into the pyramid UFO. Okay, pyramid UFO, this is another one that, you know, people talk about. So a lot of people are wondering, is this alien? Is this, who made this? It's not alien. Once again, this is not alien. This is human, man-made aircraft, reverse technology, electromagnetic propulsion technology that has been used for a very long time, and it's been used, I guess, to spy on us. I mean, the government could say that they are made by the Russians or the Chinese to spy on us. That's probably what they're going to say. They're not going to admit that they too created some. But in this document, and I'm going to try to put I'm going to put the link in the description for this. This is just talking about the pyramid ones. Doc show the Navy. Okay, the Navy got UFO patent granted, you know, and from similar Chinese tech advances. Okay, so that means that this triangular UFO, and I'm going to post the link so you guys can actually see this one, is also man-made. Okay, it's not from the aliens. Alright, this is real. And this is, they're saying here in this article that, you know, it's from Chinese tech advances, and then the Navy got their hands on it and they got the patent for it. Alright, so our own government is also, look at this, patented hybrid underwater aerospace craft. So now this kind of answers the Omaha UFO seen going underwater, which you're probably going to see in this episode in the intro. Alright, so all this technology is from humans, okay? The government can't say that it's from aliens. They could try to stage a fake alien invasion. That's not going to be good, alright? They could even go as far as use Project Bluebeam and stage the whole alien invasion. But I'm not sure that's what's going on, because that's a whole nother agenda. That's like the New World Order agenda. This is something that actually Trump ordered for this information to come out. Now, The only other thing I could see going wrong is it might create war, because if we find they disclose information that other governments have been spying on our country, that could create war or tensions, it's going to be disclosed. So let's see, I don't want to talk about too much more because I don't want to get in trouble and fucking the government agents show up at my house and they're like, what the hell, how the hell do you know all this stuff? No. Okay, I'm not going to say where I got this picture from, but you saw it here on the Shadow 667 channel. Here, you saw this here first. And here's some the little. I'm gonna include this. I didn't want to include too much, but this actually shows you more of how the UFOs are working. Okay. It's a lot. I don't want to talk about it too much. Okay. Most of it, if on the 24th they disclose more information, I'll disclose more information. All right. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments. And that's all for now. Shadow out. Peace. I'm only kidding, Shadow fam. Yeah, this UFO is in Russian. This is actually in Russian. I got this confused with a different blueprint that I had, but this, when I started reading this, I actually figured this out. This is not a Russian craft. It's not a Russian UFO. Okay, so don't go blaming Russia. Even though this is actually exactly what they would want you to think. It's not. That's why I'm disclosing it. This is our own military, our own government. I mean, whatever. This craft is American, and it was tested at the Nellis Test Range in Nevada. Okay, this Nellis Test Range was established in 1940, I believe. So, yeah, these symbols were on the craft. So that relates back to what I was talking about. The Lonnie Zamora. He saw this UFO and two people outside of it in shiny suits or maybe hazmat suits. And if you look at this symbol, it looks like electrical. Okay, and that means that this could be a symbol for electromagnetic propulsion. Okay, but this is American. These craft were tested at the Nellis Test Range in Nevada. And here's the Nellis Test Range in Nevada. And the Russians just figured it out, this is just, they got their hands on a blueprint and who knows how they got it, and this is just them talking about it. But there's obviously things they haven't figured out. Yeah, that's all I wanted to add in. I'm glad you guys stuck around till the end to get this, because I did make an error previously. So just for that, I wanted to add in this other blueprint, talking about here, if you can read it, magnetic field lines and how these craft work and how electromagnetic propulsion works. So, yeah, if anything else comes up, and depending on what they disclose, I will post another episode this Saturday at 10. That's all for now. Shadow around. Peace.